How many bottles of mineral water do you drink per day? Just a couple.
Questions with Nik. Questions with Nik. The questions that you frequently ask.
Oh, that was terrible. James Springer 57. What's your top 3 bands? Currently, I mean, they're always changing. Right now, it has to be Crystal Lake, Currents, and Loathe. Actually, all sharp tone bands. All those bands, they're just heavy hitters, and they're bringing something kind of somewhat unique, and they're just modernizing kind of the metalcore genre. And I absolutely love all of them. And if I had to add one to the list, it's North Lane as well, just because that's a band that's been a huge influence on my own playing and whatnot. But it's constantly changing. You know, every week, you know, I might have a new favorite band. So it's tough to say, but yeah, that's what I would say for now. Jess X, can you play any other instruments? Yes, actually. Guitar is, of course, my main instrument. I've been playing that for a while. But a few years ago, I used to play drums quite a bit. I never had a real drum kit. I always had this little electronic drum kit, which was really fun to play. I didn't take lessons or anything for it, but it was one of those things that, because I knew guitar fairly well at that moment, and I knew kind of how to write, and I knew how songs were structured, I kind of understood how drums work. So I just kind of played around with it, started smashing stuff. I had to get really used to separating my limbs, which was probably the hardest part. But once I got used to that, it was so fun. I know even nowadays, obviously, I program my drums, but a lot of the stuff I program, I can actually play on an electric drum kit, and I've played a bit on real drum kits, and they're fairly similar, but so fun. I can also play a little bit of piano, not a lot. I also took orchestra in school just because it was an easy grade, so I can play violin, which I'm super proud of. So yeah, I think that's it. But yeah, hope that answered your question. Rudder. What's the best way to practice/learn scales without getting bored or disheartened? The best way is to actually just understand why you're doing it. This is the one thing I make sure that when I'm teaching, and yes, I teach, is that people understand why we're learning these. You know, I give them context in terms of actually playing riffs and all that, and trying to explain how these scales turn into these riffs really quickly. Okay, so you have to really understand the core of why you're doing it, and I think it'll help quite a bit because it can be boring. Other than that, try playing them with a backing track in the background and going up and down your scales to get a little more accustomed to them, or try learning songs that use those scales. It'll keep it a little more refreshing. Why is this thing sticking up? What the fuck? Saul HDZ, what was your first guitar and why did you choose Schecter over any other brand? Love the vids, by the way. Thank you, Saul. Much love, man. So first guitar, I think I had an Ibanez, a blue one. It was kind of a cheaper one. I don't remember it, to be honest, that well. But I had a little blue Ibanez. That was a cool guitar. And why'd you choose Schecter? So when I really want to get a new guitar, maybe like 8-9 years ago now, essentially, you know, I live in Toronto. There's not a lot of variety when it comes to metal guitars. Essentially, there's just the 3 big ones, you know, Schecter, Ibanez, and Jackson. Ibanez, you know, I like their guitars. They just feel a little thin to me. It was a little awkward playing those. Jackson, kind of the same. And Schecter was just the only one that felt comfortable. And that's really how I choose any guitar I play. It was just very comfortable, and it sounded pretty good, and it looked cool. So ever since then, I've just kind of stuck with Schecter. But I'm always interested, you know, in trying new brands like Mayonnaise, Solar Guitars, Ernie Ball Music, man, all that. So yeah, hope that helped. Marcos Lopez, why do you always have bags under your eyes? Don't you sleep? Memes never sleep. Diego GH, how did you get into metal? Also love your videos. Thank you, Diego. It was weird because my cousin actually was the one who got me into metal a long time ago. Essentially, we were just kind of, you know, nerds, and we just loved playing video games all day when we were younger. We still kind of do now. But essentially, I'd just be in his room all day, and he would play bands like Under Oath, As I Lay Dying. And at first, I was like, oh my god, that's fucking terrifying. And then I kind of got into it just because, you know, I was around it all the time. So he was the one who really got me into metal at the start. And then there was Guitar Hero. So I played Guitar Hero, and they'd have some metal tracks. I'd be like, oh, that's cool. It was kind of a mix of those. So Guitar Hero is kind of why I got into guitar. And then later metal, and my cousin was really the big one who got me into metal to start with. So yeah, thank you, bro. Daniel Ruiz, how long have you been playing guitar? Also, can you make a cover of A Grave Mistake by Ice Nine Kills? Rock on, man. I think I'm done with the Ice Nine Kills covers for now until they maybe release a new album in a year or whatever. I covered quite a bit from that new one, and I'm pretty happy with the songs I covered. And how long have you been playing guitar? For around 12 years now. This is when I get a lot. See, I've been playing for around 12 years. Guitar Hero is the thing that really got me into guitar, and my cousin as well. I was playing Guitar Hero, and it was so fucking fun that I was like, all right, let's try this for real. So from there, I took lessons for a couple years, and then, I learned the basics like scales, modes, and things like that. And then I really kind of took it my own and just started learning a lot of songs from like Avenged Sevenfold, All That Remains, and then later on Periphery, more progressive stuff. And that's really kind of where it all started, was actually Guitar Hero. So go play some Guitar Hero. Bradley Williams, what's your favorite part in a song? A shredding or melodic solo? The breakdowns, screams as deep as Mariana's Trench, fry screams that shatter bone, or vocals that ascend to the heavens and give you chills? That's an interesting question. My favorite part in a song is, it depends. So if there is an amazing solo, I think an amazing solo will always beat an amazing anything else. Vocal line, breakdown, or whatnot. Like an example that I absolutely love is Luck is a Constant by Periphery. That solo is one of my favorite parts of any songs ever. However, most of the times that's not the case, just because there's not a lot of modern day, very unique, kind of very feely, awesome soloing done in modern metal. It happens in progressive metal, and that's why I do like quite a bit of progressive metal. So just because of the frequency of breakdowns and how they do make you feel, I would say breakdowns more often. But again, I think an amazing solo would always beat an amazing breakdown. And there are some songs where the screams and the vocalists are really the shining point, but I'd say breakdowns overall. Mitchell Skates, when are you getting an 8-string? Lol. Oh man, I don't know. I still feel like I have to master my 7-string. Like I don't know. It feels like a whole new beast to attack. Because I know when I went from my 6 to my 7, it was already such like an everything's kind of different and weird and shifted. So an 8-string is just it's not something I think I'm ready for yet. But there's a lot of modern metal songs tuning down to really low tunings that my 7-string can't get. So I might be forced to go through it soon. But I'm not looking forward to it. I don't know. Maybe it'll be cool, but I just don't want to deal with it. Devin Venati, what are some ways to deal with writer's block? This is a tough one for any musician, guitarist, whatever it is. The way I learned to deal with it is whenever you get that writer's block, don't try to force something into a song. It won't work. I also learned, when songwriting in general, you got to really give the song what it's asking for. And if you're in that mindset of, I just want to finish this, you won't give the song what it's kind of asking for. It's going to sound weird. It's going to sound like a bunch of ideas instead of a cohesive song. So what I try to do is I take a break. I'll go do something I enjoy. I'll go maybe work out. I'll go play some video games, whatever it might be, and just relax. And I'll go listen to a bunch of different music as well. Go listen to other music. That might inspire you in your own music to write something really cool. But if that does happen, again, it's very important. Always write for the song. Don't just put a cool riff in there because it's cool. If you've written a cool riff as your base, that's awesome. But then submit to that riff. Keep it in context and everything you put in the song with that riff. Acorn on Crack. Out of topic, but where'd you get your shirt and pants? It's a funny question, but it's one I actually get quite frequently. I'm signed with a company called Culprit. They're a clothing company based out of India. And we've had an endorsement deal since the start of the year, I believe. So I've been wearing their stuff since then. They send me, the leggings and the tees. So if you ever see these little ripped jeans and whatnot, it's from Culprit. And yeah, I saw their stuff, a while ago, and I was like, damn, that's very cool. It's very modernized, kind of almost metal-ish looking. I really just like that style. And it was pretty cheap. So, we got into a deal, and I was more than happy. Their quality is really nice. And they're very helpful with what I do here and very supportive. They even sponsored my video for Nefarious 2, which is coming out next week. So be on watch for that. It's a crazy fucking music video. But yeah, I've been signed with them for a while. If you're interested in getting their stuff, I think they have international shipping now, which is very helpful. and I'll leave a link in the description below. Well, there you have it, guys. That was my first FAQ. I hope you guys, liked it. It's something I want to try for a while now because you guys keep asking a lot of the kind of same questions, which I absolutely love. I have no issue responding to. But I thought this might be a very helpful video to all of you, so you can see nice one place where you can get all the answers from. You guys gave me tons of additional questions when I asked you guys on YouTube, so sorry if I didn't get to yours. There was over like 130 of them, and a lot of them were very, important questions that I wanted to get to. So if you guys want to see another FAQ, be sure to tell me in the comments down below. And in general, if you have any other questions that I didn't cover and haven't covered on the community page for YouTube, then yeah, be sure to ask them down below so I can try to get to them if I do another one. But yeah, if you guys liked it, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below. And I'm excited to show you guys the video of next week. And I also have on Monday a video coming with my good friend Andrew Baina. You guys absolutely love him. I know that. He's a brother of mine. Much love to him. And we also have Monday after that, I'm going to do a festive video in the spirit of Christmas. And Monday after that, which is going to actually be New Year's, I might do the top 10 breakdowns of 2018 to kind of close it out. Yeah, guys, a lot of stuff's coming. A lot of my solo projects and all that, of course, are continuously in the works. And I'm just excited to share it with all you. But yeah, tell me if you want another FAQ in the comments. All right, guys, I will see you next time.